everybody, it's me, Zach. I think you can see potato right there. Maybe not, maybe the camera's up too high. And welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and Poe is there. I'll have to see. It doesn't actually, in the viewfinder, it doesn't look like he's actually in frame, but he is right there. He looks so cute today. I'm thrilled that he wants to hang out with us today because we have two 16-minute long Q&As to get caught up with. So what is that, 32 minutes altogether? I was indeed once upon a time a math major. I didn't graduate with a math degree. I got a math minor at the end of the day, but I did once upon a time know how to do math. I'm just a dumb bitch now. So I don't always know if the math is mathin' these days. But anyways, all of that to say is Amberlynn has continued to post her Q&A series First of all, let's just pause for series. She's continued to post her Q&A series because apparently she's really busy, this, that, the other. Clearly not busy enough to be in Jordy's live stream the other night. I did cover that in my last video, but she's so busy, so she pre-recorded some Q&A stuff so that she could have this pre-recorded content out and ready to go. I will say, so I'll put some timestamps so you can jump to the specific video that you want to see if you don't want my late ass coming in here on this other one. Divas, I'm here to tell you I did not anticipate how long it would take me to react to just part 2 of the Q&A, so this is just part 2. Come back later for part 3. This other video that's been out for 2 days, because she did literally just post the third part of the series today. But anyways, I'll put those timestamps. And also, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time covering this today, mostly because a lot of people were very affirming of like, you don't want to cover this stuff, don't. So I'm going to give bits and pieces of updates in case they become relevant to the videos that she posts later down the line, just so that, for continuity's sake, for storyline's sake, for plot's sake, what's happening. But one of the things that most recently happened in regards to the walnut, the feeder allegations, the leaked crumble cookie video, etc. of it all, one of the latest plot points, storyline updates, is that Alexis, her ex-best friend, her current best friend, I don't know what the status of their friendship is, but Alexis was in Oh Lordy It's Jordy's live stream the other day. Ooh, it is Sunday mid-afternoon and we're struggling over here, folks. She was in Oh Lordy It's Jordy's live stream the other day and she was talking and I think speculating. She didn't say that she knew with any kind of certainty. She was very much speculating that Amberlynn leaked the video herself. I think Alexis has since then been in maybe like Karina Kaboom's comments. I'm guessing other places too. Those were just the 2 places that I saw things pop up on various social media that I'm on. So, all that to say is now Alexis has thrown her hat into the ring and is out here accusing Amberlynn of leaking it herself, and all of this to say the only thing I will add on to this is just that, like, Alexis has been a phony baloney for as long as she's been in Amberlynn's life, for as long as she's been a side character to Amberlynn's life. I think she is one of the biggest losers in the Amberlynn universe, if you want my real opinion, because she sat there and simped for Amberlynn for months. Simped for Amberlynn while she knew Amberlynn was in this, like, affair relationship situation type of deal. Got upset when Amberlynn chose Tommy over her. Alexis admitted at different points that she had romantic feelings for Amberlynn Reed. She was the initial leaker of the crumble cookie video. Mind you, we wouldn't even know about the crumble cookie video had Alexis not come out months ago, 3 to 4 months ago, and shared that this video existed to begin with. After airing all of Amberlynn's dirty laundry, Alexis decided, you know what? Amberlynn is in Wisconsin. I'm gonna go hang out with her and Tommy. Mind you, she raped Tommy over the fucking coals, said that, and rightfully so in many ways, right? Like, rightfully called out that, like, Tommy was not in a place mentally or emotionally to be getting into a new relationship, rightfully pointing out that Tommy had all this feeder content, rightfully pointing out that, like, there's so many questionable things regarding Tommy's late ex-girlfriend or deceased girlfriend. So, like, rightfully, Alexis calling out a lot of stuff and then, like, immediately moving on from that the second that Amberlynn was in her home state. So, I think Alexis is big loser energy. I don't trust the thing that comes out of Alexis's mouth any more than I trust the thing that comes out of Amberlynn's, Tommy's, Erica's, Brittany's, etc. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page there, because Alexis is big loser energy. But at a minimum, if you want to know more about that, I'm sure you could go watch an actual live stream from Oh Lordy It's Jordy. I do know at least Karina Kaboom has a video about it somewhere, and I'm sure there's other content creators as well. This is, by the way, Amberlynn, not an endorsement of any of these creators, just merely letting people know where they can go to get the full context. All right, okay, cool. Anyways, like I said, Amberlynn has 2 new parts out of her 4-part series. I'm so glad that there's only one more part after today, if I'm being quite honest with you. But she has 2 parts out, and we're going to watch them both. So the first part that we're going to watch today is called I'm Being Fetishized, Being Portrayed as the Villain, and Trisha Paytas is a Liar. Bar Part 2. Part two. So let's get to, shall we?
Hey guys,
hi.
Welcome to a new video. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your questions, 25 questions per part. So the reason why I'm doing this 4-part series is because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but I'm going to be busy for the next 10 days, so I'm not going to have time to edit, but I will have time to film. So
I would like to know what she's busy with. I'm sure some of y'all have been doing that speculating. My only thought is the busyness might just be Tommy Salami visiting her, because what could Amberlynn possibly be so fucking busy with, you know? Like, what could possibly be the just, like, crazy, intense schedule that she has for 10 days? Also, 10 days, weirdly specific. Oddly specific. Well, evenly, because 10 is an even number, but oddly specific to me.
These videos are going to help keep the schedule up, get you guys content, and for me to keep my promise. I also want to do a disclaimer. I got these questions from several different social media platforms where I said, hey y'all, I am doing a Q&A, send me in your questions. All right, let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives? So as you guys know, I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives didn't pop, and it's supposed to pop when you open the jar. That means some fresh goodness. It didn't pop, so my anxiety said that it was...
Love that she thinks that means that it's fresh goodness. Girl, it's literally pickled olives. Like, those shits are not going to be fresh, period, but okay. What it really just means is that it was factory sealed and it wasn't, the seal wasn't broken. It ain't got nothing to do with freshness, diva.
It was poisoned and it was molded over. I was having so much anxiety, but like I wanted to stare anxiety in the face and fear in the face and say, you know what, I'm stronger than you. So I started eating the olives, but then there was a reaction channel that was like, girl, do not use those olives. Do not eat those olives. Like that jar was supposed to pop. Like it didn't pop. Like,
wait, so there was a reaction channel? Girl, why the fuck are you watching all these reaction channels? Why are you watching me? Why are you watching Jordy? Why are you watching whoever this reaction channel is? Like, why are you watching them? And also, why are you taking advice from a reaction channel on whether to eat these fucking olives? You already ate the olives and you didn't die. I think you're good. I think you're fine, diva. I think you're okay.
Don't get sick. She scared me, so now, no, I'm not eating the poisoned olives. Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh, yes.
Go to fucking therapy, diva. Really, truly. And honestly, not to say that, like, you know, that you can't live with anxieties like that and just, like, work your way around them. But, like, some of her anxieties are to the point that it's, like, clearly if you're this anxious about it, it is negatively impacting your life and the way you navigate it. Go to therapy and try to work on that, you know? I don't, you know,
When I was a kid, I was always outside. I really wanted to escape my home, let's be real. I swam, I rollerbladed, roller skated, I would ride a bike. I had a scooter. I had an electric scooter at one time. Well, it wasn't electric. It ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know. Then I started doing dances and dance.
Oh, gosh. I love when she talks about how active she was in her childhood. Go off, diva. How's that working out for you today?
Routines, and I was part of dance groups. I did sports,
soccer,
softball. Like, I was always outside. You wouldn't think so now because look at me. But yes, riding a bike was definitely part of that. What's your nationality? So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my mom's side, Portuguese and French. Would you ever try being vegan again? No. Absolutely not. Because I feel...
She's not a meat girl. She hates... Meat is gross to her, actually, but she'll never go vegan. Which, like, same, me either. Well, not same as in I'm not a meat girl, but same that I could probably never be vegan.
I would not be able to be satisfied. I'm just being 1,000% honest. Call me selfish. It is selfish. I just won't be able to do it. I know that I won't. What's your least favorite?
Well, to be fair, that I don't think that has anything to do with veganism and everything to do with, like, she can never just stick to any diet. She'll never be satisfied with any kind of diet. She couldn't be satisfied with nothing, you know?
Eilish song. That question is so rude. I genuinely don't know. Like, I love every song she's ever done. I know every single word of every single song. Like some obsessive person. I love every song.
You're so obsessed with her. It's scary. It's like... her being in Jordy's chat telling him that he's obsessed with her. It's scary. You're obsessed with Billie Eilish. It's scary, Amberlynn. Go outside. Get some sun.
But if I had to, like, put them in order, maybe I didn't change my number. Oh, I feel bad even saying that. But I still love the song. Shh. Do you still spray Pam on the food? So if you guys don't know... years ago, I was making some salmon. I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed some Pam on top, what I considered like a normal person. It literally became a meme.
You know what else is a meme? Every time she refers to herself as being a normal person, and then me remembering that she got mad at me for saying that normal people go outside and normal people can walk to a tree. And then she was like, well, I'm not normal, Zach. I'm not normal, obviously. But anytime that she wants to defend her behavior, she's like, this is what normal people do. Normal people spray Pam directly on the salmon, you guys.
Because I sprayed some Pam, which is oil, on top of my salmon, where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have liquid oil. So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy. And still to this day, people literally go crazy about this. Well, saying I don't know how to cook.
Well, because you didn't know how to cook. In addition to spraying Pam directly onto the salmon, in addition to that, she also gave it a coating of, like, garlic powder, onion powder. In fact, I actually did a video on my channel where I tried to recreate the salmon, and people thought I was exaggerating. I'm like, y'all are goofy, because this is how much she put on her fucking salmon.
Would someone spray Pam on top of food? Like, just hexacon of stuff. If I'm watching a vlog, you know how many times I have seen someone spray Pam on top of salmon?
This is her other go-to to defend herself. I've seen other vloggers do it. Skinny vloggers do it. Even skinny people spray Pam on their salmon, you guys. Even skinny people in regular normal vlogs. Normal skinny people in their normal skinny vlogs spray Pam on their salmon. Why are you guys making such a big deal out of it?
On top of chicken. On top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air fryer. And no one says anything. But yet I was attacked. And I'm still being attacked for it years later.
You poor girl. You poor thing. You poor girl. How dare they come for your expert culinary skills. How dare they?
It's hectic. But to answer your question, the answer is no, simply because I haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah, it's kind of just such a weird thing to like.
Y'all are so
make
goofy.
Fun of someone for. I don't know.
Y'all are so
Have
weird.
You ever been electrocuted? So one time that I do remember for real, I was living in Virginia. There was a horrible storm happening. I was watching YouTube on my laptop, but my laptop was about to die. So I had it plugged into the wall. And while I was watching my laptop, I had headphones on, but that was when I didn't have like the whole wireless situation going on, so there was a wire. So it went headphones that were wired, plugged into my laptop plugged into the wall because it was charging.
Is she about to say that she got electrocuted in her ears because she was wearing headphones while on her laptop that was plugged into the wall? Girl, this is sounding a little far-fetched.
Next thing you know, electricity hits the house right next to where my laptop is charging, and I'm telling you, I was zapped. I literally was zapped. My girlfriend at the time was like, oh my God, are you okay? I don't understand. Like, maybe my brain got fried that day, and that's why I'm so, like, hecticana.
I was zapped. I was zapped. Okay, diva.
But that actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. But yeah, I was electrocuted for real. I don't know how,
I'm sure.
I came out okay. Or am I?
You're not okay, clearly. It clearly changed your life journey for the rest of your life. You've never been the same since the day you were zapped through your headphones. Listen, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt on a lot of things, I think, as many of you know, but there's something about this story that just seems so far-fetched. I mean, like, why lie about it, I guess? I just think well, honestly, I feel like it's probably not even that she's lying. It's probably that she just, like, misinterpreted what was even fucking happening. And, like, I feel like she got, like, a static electricity shock. And she's like, oh my gosh, you guys, the electricity, aka lightning coming from the sky electrocuted me. Oh God, Amberlynn.
Okay, maybe I'm not. It genuinely scared me. When is the last time you watched a mukbang? I haven't watched mukbangs in easily 2 years plus.
Oh, really?
It's just not something that interests me anymore.
I love how she's like, I haven't done it in 2 years plus, but then has a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. Let me rewind just for a second. She has a disclaimer down there that says, only when Darius and B Love make a video together. So what you're saying is that you have. Because I imagine that they have. Otherwise you would have, like, what is going on here, girl? All right, keep going.
When and what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't even remember.
Ask ChatGPT anything.
I think a couple weeks ago, I asked it, like, a saying, because I heard someone say something, and I was like, what does that mean? Sometimes you can Google these things, but, like, I'm telling you, ChatGPT will just downright tell you exactly what it means. While Google, it's kind of like speculation. ChatGPT just tells you straight. Is Tommy a good kisser?
I wanted to tell me gay. Wait, is Tommy a good kisser? Let's go.
Well, it's kind of like speculation. ChatGPT just tells you straight. Is Tommy a good kisser? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The very best.
Oh, yeah.
Would you ever go on a cruise?
Oh, yeah. I totally have sex, you guys. We have sex, and she's the best kisser. I just want y'all to know. Yes, ma'am.
You know, that used to be something I actually genuinely wanted to do, but I don't think I would. Something about being in the middle of the ocean for that long, it gives me the same feeling of, like, how I feel claustrophobia would feel like, but it's not claustrophobia. It's like a different feeling. It's like,
there ain't a thing that doesn't make this woman scared at this point. There ain't a fucking thing on this planet that don't give Amberlynn anxiety, except for apparently Tommy Salami's kisses. Like, I just don't, everything. And this is what I'm saying is, like, it is normal to be anxious about stuff. It's normal to be scared by things. It's normal to have, like, irrational fears of stuff, or, like, maybe some of your anxieties feel irrational. But there ain't a single thing out there that isn't giving this woman some kind of fear or anxiety. I swear. I swear.
I would feel so stuck. And that scares me. I don't like that. How much did you weigh when you were born? I actually weighed 6 pounds, 6 ounces. So I was a little one. Do you still talk to any of your exes?
Dainty
I do
girl.
not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope. What is your favorite sweet
That has changed. I guess I didn't realize it was in regards to this, but I did see a tweet from somebody who is presumably maybe a lesbian talking about how they thought it was so strange that Amberlynn, doesn't talk to any of her exes as a lesbian, because in lesbian circles, like, I can attest to this having friends that are lesbians and seeing how they interact with their exes. But, like, I think it is fairly common in lesbian circles to, like, continue to have relationships with people. And I just think that it's interesting that some of this has shifted over time, because when Amberlynn was in a relationship with Beck, Amberlynn still very much was, like, having friendship with Destiny, as I think a lot of you know. Like, a lot of people know that Amberlynn continued to have a relationship with Destiny. A lot of people criticized her for it because people are like, you're clearly still in love with Destiny. And at that time, or around that time, I used to talk about how it was normal for lesbians to stay friends with their exes. And a lot of people were like, that's so weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And now it's interesting that, like, I mean, not everybody, obviously, but that there is now this discourse of, like, how are you a lesbian if you can't maintain friendship or communication with any of your exes? I think, honestly, do what's best for you. Do what's best for you and your family. And honestly, though, what I have to say is I think Amberlynn would have loved to stay in communication with her exes. I think what we have seen is that her exes have all decided to not have communication with her. I mean, even to the extent of, like, Destiny, who was at one point still friends with her after they ended their relationship, but now has, like, moved towards, I don't want anything to do with you. So I do think that's interesting, but, I think ultimately you got to do whatever is best for you and your family and protect your peace and your boundaries and this, that, the other.
treat? A Tootsie Roll or Jamocha Almond Fudge milkshake from Baskin-Robbins. Like, oh my god, so good. What shows have you watched recently? Don't come for me.
I won't.
I am watching Beast Games.
Oh, it's awful. I watched the first 2 episodes of it with some friends who wanted to give it a chance. It's terrible. As a reality TV, competitive reality TV connoisseur, Beast Games, hot steaming garbage. Hate it. It was terrible.
On Prime. The first 3 episodes have been posted on there, and it's definitely highly entertaining.
I don't know about that.
I've also been watching Jersey Shore, Family Vacation,
of course you have.
Grey's Anatomy, but I think they're on, like, a little bit of a break. I think that's it. If you could only pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life, which one would
Billie
you pick?
Eilish.
Bright Crystal by Versace. How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy? I'm used to it, and I've gone through a lot in my life. I used to hate the saying, what makes you stronger... I was about to say what makes you stronger doesn't kill you. That's not right.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Do 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 do. Okay, Kelly Clarkson, let's go.
I hate the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's genuinely true.
So
I really
true.
like that saying.
That's
also,
so
like, what is chaos for the fly might not be chaos for the bee. Something like that. It's totally true. Some people...
I love Philosopher Len when she comes out here with the Pinterest quotes. Let's go.
People can handle really hard things better than others, and I feel like in certain cases, the smallest thing, like, could really trigger me, but, like, really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know. I think I'm just numb to it.
You handle it so good. You handled it so well that you were literally spiraling in Jordy's live stream chat the other night. Like, you literally can handle the online hate so well. You went into your haters' live stream chat and you spiraled. And then when he blocked you, you went on a community tab spiral and then deleted all of those posts because you handled it so well. Yeah. You're so strong. What doesn't kill you, in fact, makes you stronger. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. And just like that. Yeah.
It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't mean I want it to continue. But it just means the pain from it has been so constant that my body is actually used to it. And that's pretty sad. Are you ever going to do mukbangs again? Because I miss them. Honestly, I'm not sure. My answer used to be a flat out no.
No. We have to be on. Girl, you cannot be coming onto Al Gore's internet right now, Blue Ivy's internet right now, and be saying that you're considering doing mukbangs again when for the past couple of years you've been so very staunchly anti-mukbang. I mean, we all know that she has her loopholes to get around it, right? She calls it a taste test or she calls it an eat with me. But you can't come on here after these past few years and now all of a sudden because you have a feeder girlfriend be like, maybe I will. I'm just saying from a PR perspective, Amberlynn, with all the stuff you got going on right now on the internet, it's not the time. It's not the time to reopen this discourse, girly pop. It really isn't, diva.
In this moment, I don't know. Trisha Paytas says she loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her seriously?
Oh, because she's skinny. Well, she's skinnier than Amberlynn. Also, I don't think people just everybody just willingly accepts Trisha Paytas' lies. There's entire channels on the internet dedicated to dissecting Trisha Paytas' lies. I mean, on a much larger scale, I think there's probably more people who look past them than they look past Amberlynn's, just because on a much larger scale, Trisha Paytas is a much larger content creator, and we're not talking about body size or anything like that, but just she has millions and millions of followers. She has a much larger platform than Amberlynn, and so I would say that, yeah, probably strictly numbers-wise, way more people are willing to look past that, but I would guess probably proportionately ratio-wise, they're probably on a similar level when it comes to having people critical of the things that they've lied about, because Trisha Paytas has lied and has done a lot of horrible shit during her time on the internet. Trust and believe.
But get so mad at your white lies. Hey, who said that I was white lying over here?
You did.
I actually
you did, diva.
What you're talking about, because I watch every single one of her podcasts on times 2 speed. I have to. Oh, hold on.
Tommy's calling. Baby?
Stop. Okay, what was I saying? Sorry, Tommy called me. Okay, I think I was saying that,
Oh, God. Okay, wait.
I watch all of Trisha Paytas' podcasts on times 2 speed. I watch everything on times 2 speed. I literally can't. My attention span is not
This
good.
was not the question.
I have peeped her saying that she lies for fun, she lies to everyone, she lies this, and people love to lie. And she's even had guests on her show that's yeah, I lie too. It's so fun. And no one says anything about it. And I'm this is weird.
I think it's also, you know what, I've also said this before, but truly unfair to compare you to Trisha Paytas also. Different context, probably different things that y'all are lying about, different things entirely. And on top of all of that, it's just the case still stands that people do have a problem with Trisha Paytas lying. It's not like she's just going out there and saying all of these things without anybody taking issue. If there's anything that makes her different than you, is that one, she embraces it, and two, she focuses on doing what the people that watch her because they like her enjoy, right? So she doesn't get bogged down with addressing every little issue that the haters have, because she focuses her attention on the things that the people who watch her that like her like. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? I mean, that would be the other difference. But in general, I think you just need to focus on yourself, period. You're not Trisha Paytas. You're probably never gonna be Trisha Paytas. So, let's focus on what you're doing over here on your channel, diva.
I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like me. It's trendy to say the meanest comment in the comment section.
It's popular
or the
to not like
meanest
her.
Comment. But with Trisha Paytas, like, she's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial, and she still says things that are very controversial. One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like, that's weird. But I think the internet really holds on to something, and that is what they go with. But it is very tiring to constantly...
What they do is they hold on to the things that people don't like about me. Y'all hold on to that, but y'all... And that's what the internet does in general, is they hold on to things. But somehow they don't hold on to things for Trisha Paytas. And see, that's not fair. Why are you treating Trisha Paytas differently than me, Amberlynn Reed, a person who's not Trisha Paytas? How dare you treat us differently? Every single YouTuber on the internet is supposed to be treated exactly the same because we're all the same. I am Trisha Paytas. Like, is that the argument you're making? You and Trisha Paytas are not the same person. You don't have the same kind of audience necessarily. There's many differences and reasons that you're not treated the same on the internet. Please be serious.
I compare myself and have other people compare myself because no one sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one because I'm speaking in absolutes.
Okay, exactly.
Which I need to not do that.
Exactly.
So let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is there is a lot of people who genuinely do not view me as human. They don't. So it's easy for them to, like, literally think that I'm lying about everything, and they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't want to accept the fact that I also am a human who...
I do agree with her that there exists a population of people who feel this way about her. Like, that is not lost on me. I've seen that, experienced that anytime that I remotely, like, defend her or remotely, not even necessarily defend her, but just, like, point out that she could be telling the truth or that there might be multiple explanations. I think, you know, even just recently with the whole leaking of the crumble cookie video, I feel like I've tried to envision a world where all of the speculation could be true, depending on, like, if you're willing to look at things critically and skeptically, right? And there are people that just don't want to even give that a chance because they just don't like her. So they're going to view all of the evidence with, like, the lens that she's an awful person. So I do think that there exists people out there like that, but I don't think that's everybody, because even also if you look at my, like, audience of people, there are many people who are on board and agree with me and feel like there are multiple truths here or multiple possibilities, maybe not multiple truths, but multiple things that could be true, and we just simply don't know. So, like, she really does need to work on not focusing on absolutes, but also just, like, let's not focus on those people at all. Let's talk to the people that are here because they enjoy your content.
Is currently experiencing human experiences right along with y'all. So no matter how much I, like, compare and, like, be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do, and, like, everyone is treated differently based on, like, how they look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet, nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next question.
Okay,
what did Tommy get you for your birthday? She made my ultimate dream come true.
Billie
Eilish tickets.
Billie Eilish.
It was absolutely incredible. And then I woke up on my birthday with a surprise.
Oh.
My favorite roses. Oh. Red roses with baby's breath. Like,
I thought maybe it was going to be something else. My mind is in the absolute motherfucking gutter. But roses. Roses. Not a rose toy, but actual roses.
Just, like, the sweetest. Do you and Tommy have phone sex when long distance? Yes. Obviously. Duh. When you...
Sex is so funny. I have sex, you guys.
Doing cameos, how many requests do you get a week? I would say around 25, because I would say I average getting about 3 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but we're just going to say with, like, 25, which I feel like is so much. You guys are so amazing. Like, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be opening my cameos again soon. I just didn't have the energy to do it while doing Vlogmas.
Of course.
And just a lot was going on in my life, but they will be open soon, don't you worry.
Mine never closed. If you want a cameo, hit me up. The link is in the description of this video. Should be, I believe, if you wanna give it a try.
Any reaction channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course. Every single one. I don't even know why they're called reaction channels, because it's like, yeah, they are reacting, but they're only reacting in like a negative way. Like they're only trying to find things that are negative to say.
I think she just doesn't know what reaction means. Like, I don't think she understands the definition of that word, because she tried to, if you recall, when she like was in my DMs upset at me that I was like endorsing Oh Lordy It's Shorty or whatever, she tried to say that I was no longer a reaction channel. And I was like, bestie, what the fuck does that mean? I'm sitting here watching your video and giving my reaction. Just because my reaction isn't what you think it should be doesn't make it any less of a fucking reaction now, does it? That's what seems to be what she's saying here. It's like, how are you calling yourself a reaction channel when you react to my videos and you just have a horrible, terrible, negative opinion of me that doesn't match with my own opinion of me? That's not a reaction, besties.
And I think a really good example of that is like, you know, you watch me do normal things. Like I spend Christmas with my family and we're making bags for the homeless. And reaction channels are just like nitpicking every tiny little detail. That it no longer becomes like a true authentic reaction. It's like you're purposely trying to find negative things in my videos. It's like
even if people are nitpicking that portion of your vlog, okay? How does that mean it's not an authentic, genuine reaction? How does that? I don't understand how you are able to test for authenticity. because again, it's you being frustrated that people are talking about something and taking something in a way that you maybe didn't think that they would or intended that it would. But that doesn't mean it's not a reaction, diva.
Scavenger hunt. It's like a word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find something horrible to say about Amberlynn? It's just, yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light.
And also, why do you know what they're all saying about that? How do you know? Because you're sitting here watching them. Nobody's a bigger fan of reaction channels than fucking Amberlynn Reed, okay? Nobody out here, you think you all are Zachary Michael's #1 fan. Y'all think you are Oh Lordy It's Jordy's #1 fan. You think y'all are Karina Kaboom's #1 fan. Think fucking again, y'all. It's Amberlynn Reed. She is my #1 fan. She's Jordy's #1 fan because she doesn't miss an upload. She doesn't miss a fucking live stream. She knows everything that we're talking about over here. I'm her #1 fan. I never miss an upload. Let's be honest.
And it works. Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them.
No, I will say, you can't say my whole community gets upset. There are people that get upset on my videos if I defend Amberlynn too much. But also, and this is where I need to take my own advice. Overwhelmingly, so many people are on the same page as me. Honestly, truly, so many people are right there with me, okay, divas? Like, if I have ever not given enough attention to that, let it be a change in the way that I cover Amberlynn on this channel, because it's always people coming in, and honestly, there's people coming in and they'll say, Zach, you're ruining your channel by defending Amberlynn, blah, 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 blah. And I just continue to gain subscribers. Honestly, there's a way that, and like, I get that that's not for everybody. I get that the way that I cover Amberlynn isn't for everybody, but it is a way for a lot of people. A lot of people enjoy and appreciate how I cover her. So no worries, divas, no worries.
It says everything it needs to say right there in itself. How do you feel about people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days? It's easy to support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't.
It's so hard to support me because I have so many haters. People just aren't willing to support me. Diva, I just want to say, because this also gets taken out of context from people who support Amberlynn that think that I'm just so mean to her. I've been very supportive of her taking time away throughout all of it, you know? So let's just also be clear, there are plenty of people who were supportive of Amberlynn taking time off. They existed. I was one of them.
They don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions. They do privately. Like, I get so many sweet DMs, and I'm so grateful for each one. Always am.
Let's focus on them then.
I don't look like a very supported girly pop, I'll tell you that. But I think that's a reason why, like, I live in my Delulu land, because I am so supported, like, behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of, like, live there. I live in my little Delulu land, and I like to stay there. I kind of, like, pay rent there. I just moved furniture in, like, I'm having fun over there, okay? But publicly, it's easier to be like, oh, Alex the Shook hasn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision. But, like...
No, not everybody has to support any decision, Diva. And also, like, yeah, I think that's because a lot of people do like Alex, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's, like, necessary to write that off as a part of why they get support. Like, I think that, again, these comparisons are kind of fucked up. She wants to constantly compare herself to other people. She constantly wants to compare herself to other content creators. And, like, I get it. It probably is very frustrating to see Alex get supported and not feel that same support. But your audiences are different. Alex is generally likable, at least from what I see people say about him. Like, he seems to be, like, a pretty likable person, all things considered, and, like, has a completely different, like, context, background, and history to who he is, what his channel's about, and this, that, the other. You know, like, this is also, I think, as far as I know, one of the first times that Alex has taken a break in a long time. Like, I remember reading a post from him on, I think, Twitter is where I saw it, where he said, you know, I just haven't taken a break. I've just been putting out content extensively, like, consistently, without taking any kind of breaks, and now I just wanted to take a break. Whereas, like, you're constantly taking breaks, right? So that's where there's, like, importance of context of who you are, importance of how you built your channel, your work ethic on your channel, things like that. You know, things that make you extensively different people. Like, anyways, sorry. Oh my god, I think we're gonna maybe have to do the second video at another time, because how is it 43 minutes into this and I haven't gotten there yet? So there might be no timestamps down below, because I also gotta go play gay volleyball today. It's Sunday, it's gay volleyball day. So we might have to get back to this a little bit later.
If I'm gone for a few days, Amberlynn is so lazy. Like, she can't even do her job. Imagine if she had a real job and she did this, like, her boss. Oh my god, she would be fired.com.
Well, that's also the tea, is that I could go look right now and see how often prior to Alex's break that he was posting. Something tells me it was probably on a near daily basis for consistent amounts of time. But you know what? Since I've kind of decided that I probably won't have the time to react to the second video in this moment while I'm sitting here down, let me just go look at his channel. Yeah, it looks like he was posting nearly every day. If he wasn't posting a video, it looks like he was going live almost all the time, consistently, on a regular basis. It doesn't look like he was sitting here taking breaks, whereas you take a break every other month. Not to say that you can't take a break every other month, but just, again, an entirely different context that I think absolutely does matter, divas. Absolutely.
It's just a bunch of hypocrisy. What?
What?
Hypocrisy.
What?
Holy moly, what? Yeah.
She spends so much time worrying about what other people are doing. I'm just like, you could put that energy into worrying about what you're doing. You can change the narrative about people thinking you're lazy today by simply not being lazy, by simply doing what you'll say. I mean, you are kind of doing that in this regards of like having material ready to go and post even when you're quote unquote busy. Like, stick to that. Prove the haters wrong without sitting here and addressing every little thing that the haters got to say about you. Do it with your actions. Do it with the content that you put out instead of sitting here lecturing us and scolding people for supporting Alex taking a break.
I'm just going to blame that on when I was electrocuted. It's a lot of people being hypocrites. It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. But I would like to say, as much as I do not like Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest. Like,
so now apparently Alex is the only reaction channel you're not keeping up with on a daily basis? Is it because he took a break and you just haven't had content of his to watch?
He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth, and once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But
Alex leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but Tommy leaves a great taste in your mouth, huh? Why did I have to take it there?
Say publicly, I hope that he is okay, and whatever he is going through, I hope it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about people who fetishize your body? So the word fetish low-key confuses me, so let me go to like the google.com. Fetish definition. Please tell me, because I am in confusion.
Honestly, the only thing I got to say about Amberlynn acting brand fucking new, like she doesn't know what a fetish is, is that I just started watching Real Housewives of Miami, but I started at season 4 when they reboot the whole franchise. And there was an episode last night where they went to a cabaret show that I was watching last night. It didn't like air. This is very old episodes at this point. And one of the women got brought up on stage and the host was like, now tell us, what is your definition of fetish? And then she literally pointed at this woman. She goes, Julia, that's fetish. And I'm like, girl, I don't think you understand what fetish means. So in that way, maybe Amberlynn just does, like, I don't know. Maybe Amberlynn is so used to being Tommy's fetish that she just really doesn't understand what the word means.
So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than sexual organs. Okay. So what that says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type and that is what you are sexually attracted to, that's considered a fetish? I'm a little confused by it. So if
let's not act fucking dumb. There are people that can be attracted to plus-sized people, even obese people, without it being a fetish. Like, it becomes a fetish when, like, you're being objectified for that specific thing, right? Like, we talk about Chantal fetishizing, men of color because she doesn't think of them as men first or like as people first, but she constantly is leading with like how turned on she is by like Middle Eastern men, this, that, the other, whoever, whatever. I mean, I know she's in her like modesty era, whatever, with Sala and all of that, but like that used to be her narrative back in the day when she was like dating people and things like that. Similarly, if all these people view you, Amberlynn, as is this BBW, morbidly obese woman, and they don't see you as a person first, that is them fetishizing you. That is what this is. Why are you acting brand new about this? Why are you acting like you have no concept of this? From just talking to plus-size friends of mine in the real world, like, they can articulate very well what it feels like, what, like, the difference is between feeling like somebody is fetishizing you for your body versus, like, somebody who is, like, liking you, loving you as a person. So maybe, you know what? After I'm saying all that, maybe that's why Amberlynn is so confused with her relationship with Tommy. Maybe that is her struggle, is like she hasn't been able to differentiate between being fetishized by a person for her body versus being loved as a person. You know what? That's actually really illuminating to like sit here and process that out loud with you all. I really bet she doesn't understand that, like, what the difference is there. And honestly, that makes me sad for her. That makes me really sad for her because, honestly, at the very least, I don't know about her other relationships. Like, we don't have any proof about any of her previous partners being into any kind of weird fetishes or things like that. But, like, we do know there is definitive proof that Tommy has participated in fetish stuff related to morbidly obese women and feeding and this, that, the other. So, like, maybe you just don't know the difference, you know? Maybe you just can't see it.
Someone prefers my body type, that makes it a fetish, right?
Not
according to you.
First of all, that's not... Never mind. I already said my piece. She's so infuriating.
The person who asked this question. So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature, does that mean that's a fetish for them? Because that is what they prefer sexually?
No.
I think anyone should be...
She is fighting the Tommy having a morbidly obese woman fetish allegation so hard. She's fighting against what she knows in her heart so hard right now. So hard to the point that she is acting oblivious to what this person is talking about.
Able to look at any body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer. Without...
Because that's not what we're talking about.
Short, skinny, fat, chunky, doesn't matter.
Diva, that is not what we're talking about.
Unfair that people like to say that the only way a fat person...
I don't think that's the only way, and I can also say that Tommy is fetishizing you based on what we know about her. Okay?
Can be sexually liked as if it is a fetish. It's just obscene to me. That means any old skinny Jan or Mary over there, if that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish? The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but
I think it's so much more like nuanced than she's trying to give it the energy for. Because, yeah, absolutely, it should not be the case that just because somebody prefers, like, a thicker person, a fat person, etc., like, there are people who are sexually attracted to that. And also, don't make it a fetish. And also, don't, like, take photos of themselves being crushed by their girlfriend's stomach, right? Like, there are ways that those two things are clearly different. And I can even just think about, like, a particular friend of mine talking to me about some of his, like, struggles dating, because there are so many people out there that, like, it is strictly a fetish for them. Like, they just, like, do not care about my friend's weight, who my friend is as... They do care about my friend's weight. They don't care about who my friend is as a person. They don't care, you know, like, what he might bring to the table as far as a relationship. They just care that he's, like, a larger person. And that's fucked up, right? And that's when it becomes a fetish. And I think you're just being intentionally ignorant to what these people are trying to say. And or maybe it's all you know. And maybe you're confusing fetishism for love. And I wish for you to know love and not just being fetishized, particularly by Emily/Tommy, whatever we're calling her today.
Look at the gray area, and that's what I just gave you. But if we're just doing black and white and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me. Feels great.
So supposedly, there are, Diva. There absolutely are. There wouldn't be people pretending to try to sell your clips of you if there weren't people that wanted that type of fetish content. Please be fucking serious.
Feels wonderful. All right, you guys. So that is the end of part 2.
Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 3 soon.
Well, bye. I told y'all I was gonna give you part 3 in a reaction today, and maybe I still will. I just can't do it right now because literally my friend's on the way to pick me up in like 25 minutes, and I gotta take Poe out before I leave and things like that. So I just got some other shit I gotta do, so I'm not gonna be able to have time to film it all in this one sitting. But, God, the way she ended that video has me kind of fired up. I didn't expect to have so much to say about her nonsense today, but here we are. Anyways, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because like I said, I do got places to go. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll try to be back as soon as possible with the next part. And if you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I forgot what the fuck I was doing here for a second. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!